you guys? You are tuned into an all-new episode of Point of View. Happy Wednesday, y'all. It is hump day.
Hump day.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Spicy in our red.
Yes.
You know, hot tamales.
No, for real.
It
look real Spanish up here today. It look real.
Chiquita.
You look great.
Thank you.
Right, let us talk.
Thank you. Right?
No.
What's
Judy
tea?
over here looking like the unforbidden apple?
No, I want to be called Jessica.
Apple.
Call me Jessica. This is a new age Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, I like that.
Okay,
like
dig
it.
it.
I love it. I love it. What's tea, guys?
No, what's tea is Lauryn Hill getting the top #1 spot on Apple Music, and people are mad.
They're mad?
They are big mad.
Go, Lauryn.
First of all, I'm confused as to why they're mad because it's Apple Music. So
Yeah.
first of all, it's probably because she's one of the top requested. I can only almost imagine how many times I freaking have listened to Lauryn Hill on Apple Music.
Yeah.
Oh, no, and it's that one album.
Over and over again,
Oh,
baby. What you
absolutely.
mean? About every song and everything I'm going through in my life. But maybe I think because of the younger generation and the music that they listen to, maybe they don't listen to Lauryn Hill as much. But the old people
don't know about Lauryn
clearly
Hill.
are streaming. Me and my homegirls, we on Apple Music streaming Lauryn Hill, and she is #1. So
Wow.
shout out to Lauryn Hill,
Yes,
girl.
and congratulations to you. I love me some neo soul, but you're right. I feel like a lot of people don't listen to a lot of neo soul. Neo soul doesn't really take off like pop does or hip hop or rap. So you know,
Like it used to.
My
Right.
theory
Yeah.
is the older generation don't like the new music because like the little sexy reds and all that, we're not really rocking with that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot going on. So we're trying to bring back the older music to replace all of the foolishness that's coming on. So I think that's why she's #1.
Yeah, I think we should be trying to bring back the older message.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's what kind of got us. I think that's what got me to
They would
love.
still love making and cheating on their partners, though.
Yeah, but they were still talking about me at the altar.
They just
with
use
your
it.
white dress.
They just using different words now. They just using different words now.
All right, you guys, we have so much ahead of us. Let's talk about morals and how morals can impact our life. So let's use an example. For
Okay.
example, would it be right for you to disclose someone's secret if you're saving someone else's life?
I need to know
Hypothetically
the secret. Give me an example of a secret.
For example, let's just say you knew someone had a deadly disease. Let's just throw out HIV.
Okay.
And you have a friend who is
Starts dating them?
starts dating them.
Okay.
And maybe they're talking about, becoming intimate.
Okay.
And you're probably asking questions and you notice they are so oblivious to this.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Okay.
Is it right for you to disclose that information?
First of all, how do I know and my friend don't know?
Wait. Question.
You know everything, girl.
So you know. Question. This is important though. Do you know if that person that has HIV is safe?
It's safe.
Very true.
Do they? Are you?
Are they able to pass it?
Yeah. Do you know? Not only that. Do you know if they're careless? Like, do they? Because you can have intercourse with someone who has HIV and still be protected.
Yeah.
Do you know, are they careless, or are you saying it because you just want to let them know, period?
Because you probably feel like it's morally right to let them know.
Period.
Yeah, like it's just like okay, let's look at the definition of morals.
Okay.
Okay, what are morals? I feel like morals are like the standard of beliefs and basically what's right and wrong for you.
You,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like a standard for you. It can be
Yes.
super subjective. What morals for someone else can be like what morals mean for someone else can mean it for someone else, or
Differently.
Yeah, differently.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it depends. I feel like it depends. I feel like
situational.
It's
I will say that
too
too.
great.
I will say.
Yeah,
I will say it's situational too. But if we're specifically speaking on that situation, I'm gonna go ahead and say that if I also have a friendship with that person who is carrying the disease, I would have a side conversation with them and just be like, hey, you should probably, let this person know if you guys are going to be sexually active that you have something that can possibly be transmitted to her or him or whoever.
So you're not talking to the girl.
I'm
you're
going
talking
to
the person.
I'm going to talk to the person first.
I think
Okay.
that's a
But
good
I'm
approach.
going to, but if it doesn't happen in a time frame that I feel is appropriate,
Yeah.
like if it's a month later and you still haven't said nothing and y'all
you feel
still haven't
probably
been, active yet,
Yeah.
then I'm going to my friend and letting my friend know.
I'm not sure, if it's legal to disclose someone else's status.
If you are a
Ooh.
medical professional, it is illegal. I am not a medical professional.
I am not
If I
either.
found out, I could. I didn't sign anything. I didn't go to school. I didn't swear on. I feel like when you take the oath to HIPAA, you
Yeah.
can't disclose, that information. So
Right,
I
but
don't think
girl
it's-
People do it all the time on X.
Tito.
right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's situational. I probably would tell, but that's like me morally. But if
Yeah.
it was like a super close friend, I would kind of talk to them. Like if the person who had the diagnosis was super close to me.
Ask them. Like,
Yeah, I would ask.
Have you guys both been tested? Like, do you both
Yeah.
have your papers, like, before you guys actually get intimate?
Yeah, can you imagine the emotional and mental toll that puts on like the person who, is like concerned, like, oh, you
Yeah.
are friends.
I think also though, low key, we're living in a time where the whole phrase is popular: snitches get stitches. And I feel like people have adapted that so much. And so even sometimes in other instances where it would be morally right to speak up, we don't, because you don't want to be a snitch. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like, that low key, like, affects our moral compass, because you don't want to get, you don't want to insert yourself in someone else's
Yeah.
business. But, I think morals it goes deeper than, telling right or wrong in someone else's business, which sometimes people would rather do
Yeah.
than to, have a moral compass looking, against themselves and, how they govern themselves and how they treat people.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. I don't think I would say anything. I'm gonna be really
Like
honest
it's
with
like
you.
On
it
both
may-
ends?
On neither ends, because
Yeah.
it's just way too sensitive. In this situation, it's way too sensitive. I don't know. One, I don't know how I got the information.
That's what I'm saying.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
how do I know?
What if my information ain't right?
Right.
You know,
Right.
you don't know. Personally, I don't feel like that conversation could go right anyway.
Yeah.
People are entirely way too sensitive right now. And then also, you're coming to me on something that does not affect you. And morally, yes, I would feel it would be at the tip of everybody's tongue to just
Right,
say,
but I got a question. If it were you, would you be mad at your friend? Like, say it was Miriam, and Miriam knew that your person was infected, and then it comes out later on, like after you find out and you're completely devastated, and then you also find out
That
that your
Miriam knew.
friend knew and didn't tell you.
me.
You.
In my instance, Mary, you better tell me, girl. I'm not
see,
playing with
that's
you.
what I'm
But,
That's what we're saying.
it's hard though, you
It is
know.
hard.
Absolutely, but you
because
have
it's
to
like,
have those
how-
tough conversations with your
Yeah.
friends, and your friends should
Yeah.
also understand that I'm here to protect you.
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm telling you this information because I care about you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I just-
saying?
I-
Like, it's
I-
not coming from a place of, girl.
I just know, like, if it was on me,
Yeah.
and Marion comes to me and says, "Girl, so and so got a little some," you know, I would definitely feel embarrassed. Because
Absolutely. But you haven't done anything yet.
I know, thank God, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
my girl just saved me.
Yeah.
But I would be devastated. Like, either way you look at it, like I said, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah, it's not. It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
similarly, like even like morals in relationships. Like say if like you know someone's cheating, and you know this person is dating this person, like would you disclose, hey, like I saw him last night.
Friend, I'm gonna let you know if I see your man in the streets.
Please let me know.
Immediately.
I'm gonna let you know if I see your man in the streets.
You know what?
Listen.
You know what? And this is why I got all my friends' locations.
Ooh.
And if we friends, and I'm friends with your man, and I'm friends with you, and I have all y'all locations,
Yeah,
I'm sending screenshots. I don't care.
I feel you.
Where
on
you
that.
at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying. I'm the friend. I'm not the friend you could go around and cheat with. I'm not that friend. I'm not
Yeah.
that friend you could have a little. Let's go out and. I'm not that friend. I'm the friend. Oh, where is so and so? Here you go.
Yeah.
That's where they at. Cause why are you
You know
doing
what's
me
crazy?
that?
I actually I have a friend who, so she had a coworker whose man basically hit my friend up, on the side. Like she was like, he was like, hey, like, he was feeling her.
Okay.
And she went and told her coworker, hey, like, I just want to let you know, I didn't entertain this, but your man is doing this. And because she felt like it was morally right to do that, even though she
Yeah.
wasn't really close to this coworker.
Yeah.
This coworker looked her in her eyeball and said, "Okay, what you want me to do with that information?" Yes.
Oh, she know her man cheating.
She know her man is
She
cheating.
know her man is
but
outside.
Nonetheless, like my friend who
see?
told me the story, she said she felt like absolute crap for like, you know,
Yeah,
it made her
for
feel
saying-
like, oh my gosh,
She
I'm so
should have went out on a
sorry.
date with that man.
I'm crying. No,
No,
it probably
after.
wasn't her type. But that's
After.
that's like an example of like someone feeling like morally, it's morally right to say this.
But
even
then you feel
though-
crazy for doing
Yeah,
it.
you feel crazy for
Yeah,
doing it, you
yeah.
know. But you know, similarly, even like when people accept deals, you know, in their careers, and it could go against everything they believe, but they probably need the money, or people who
Yeah.
steal, you know,
Yeah.
to feed their children, even though they don't believe stealing is right.
Right.
Like, there's so it's such a broad.
Those
thing.
are the people that get
Yeah.
It
caught,
really
though.
is.
I think
Yeah.
where we're lost now as a society is that morals is something that is so subjective. So people are making this up as they go along. Whereas I feel like back in the day, there was a certain way that a lady and a gentleman had to live and be and present themselves in the world. So morals wasn't as broad. You couldn't just decide today I'm going to be this way and be that way, because it was kind of more of a standard. And I feel like we're lost now because there's no real standard. Everybody just feels like, oh, I can be whoever and however I want to be. And so it's just, hey,
But we
crazy out
can.
here.
We literally can.
We can, but there's still, at the end of the day, we can, but there's still a right and wrong way to do things. And
Yeah.
God is the one that designed us, so ultimately he should have the final say. And I feel like we lean on our own understanding, and that's why we think that we can choose it.
Well, on that note, we have to take a short break, you guys. We have so much more discussion after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching POV. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. And if you're just now tuning in, you're watching POV. Now, before the commercial break, we were talking about morals and how subjective it can be, and we explored a few situations on morals. Now, let's explore this tough one. Choosing your career over your friends, family, relationships.
Every time.
Every time? Every time,
Every
Judy?
time. Unless it's an extreme emergency. That's what I live by.
Wow.
I gotta
Interesting.
put me first, Lucius.
You gotta put me first, Lucius.
I gotta put me
What are you
first.
gonna do, Miriam?
I think, I think it really just depends. You know, if I feel like, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If I know I'm in a situation, for example, my last relationship, you know, he did not like where I was going with my career at all, you know, and there was times where he hated when I was filming and, you know, when I was, you know, making videos and stuff like that. He literally hated it, you know. And I just knew my goal. I knew what I wanted, and I had a hunger for it, like a hunger that I just needed to satiate, you know? And I went for it despite, you know, what it did to our relationship. I mean, it's no longer, you know, anything now, but I have a career that I've been dreaming of my whole life, and I'm so happy where I'm at today, and I think it's worth it, honestly. So in that situation, yeah, I think he just wasn't worth it. That's probably what it was, sorry. But, you know, I think if you're in a situation where maybe you are with someone who's worth it, like the love of your life maybe, I haven't experienced that yet, so I don't know how that feels. I don't know, I can't respond to how I would react in that situation.
I feel like it's situational for each person individually. You know, like everybody has their own journey. Me personally, like I don't really have like a super close relationship with my family. So yeah, I've always put my career and my life over my family because like I just don't come from a close-knit family. Like everybody is doing their own thing. So, but when it comes to like my friendships, I mean, also like, you know, like I just canceled on y'all last weekend, like to go handle business in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So
and we understood.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I feel like it's situational, and I feel like if it's work, then I feel like my friends, my family, whoever I'm with should understand that this is my bread and butter. Like this is what I have to do to make sure that I'm okay, whether you're here or not. Yeah. So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
Where you at, Janiyah?
Friends? Oh yeah, kick rocks. For sure, because I feel like I'm also in a place in my life where the people I consider friends, like for example, y'all understand, you know, where I'm at. You know, I'm in a position where people who understand are really my friends.
Yeah.
You know, you understand I'm not gonna text you back in 3.
Yeah, so I'll just call you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, the people that want to
know where to find you.
You know where to find me. Y'all got my location. I'm straight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pull up, whatever. So, yeah, that's why I say kick rocks, because if you are my friend and you don't understand, then you're not necessarily really my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
My family, I do come up from a close-knit family, and I am marrying into an even closer family.
Yeah.
You know, so my concept, it really... Like, I'm telling you, God forbid, my shop got to be burning down, and it's still stud, so it won't burn all the way. You know,
that's an extreme emergency.
It has to be an extreme emergency when it comes to my shop. Again, understanding,
right?
Because I'm building a legacy for my child. Now, my child, I don't give a. Everything can burn down.
Yeah.
My life can burn down, but when it comes to my daughter, I'm not about to play with that.
Yeah.
You know, my relationship. It's different because that Malik and I we were looking at each other the other day and said, wow, we've been through a lot together.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that there are certain things I would sacrifice, and there are certain things he would not allow me to sacrifice. You know, so he would always have my back. I never have to question it, you know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
it really
so a lot of
is.
the times, like when you make that decision to choose your career over anything, it can be misconstrued as you being selfish.
Right.
You know, when it's like, I mean, it might be a little selfish, but at the end of the day, I can't take care of someone else or anybody else if I don't take care of myself.
I think that it was with my business, with my partner, dealing with my family. I think Malik and I will see it more as selfish for me to not have a priority, have my business as a priority. Why?
Yeah.
That's our money.
Right.
That's Malia's legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if something was to happen to me, or something was to happen to him, my child is set.
Exactly.
You know, she don't have to worry about going to work in somebody's McDonald's or anything.
Oh God,
you know,
not McDonald's.
that would be horrible.
Yeah.
No.
And even there's gender roles associated with it too. Like I feel like people always expect women to, you know, stop doing everything.
Speak on it.
And while the man can go ahead and pursue his dreams, you know.
I wish I thought.
Yeah, Tally, you have like a big family. Like I want to know your take on this.
So my take may be a little bit unconventional for this table. Because
that ain't nothing new, baby. Come on, what is it?
Because I feel like, you know, for me, I come from a close-knit family, and the gaps in my family, I'm trying to fill with the family that I'm creating or adding to that family. So for me, I come from the Lauryn Hill era, you know, so when I grew up, we had this saying when we used to write these 10-page letters, and it was like pound,
10
F-O-E.
pages is a lot.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10 pages.
Do you write big?
No.
Real big. Right, big.
I don't write.
Is it a word of age?
Is it double
no.
space?
No.
Is it college rule?
No, see, that's why my generation was a little bit
17
smarter than
font.
y'all, because we was writing it out. You got to be able to write it, read it, articulate it, break it down, and put it, all of that. So anyways, but we used to have this little hashtag, and it would be like, FOE, which is family over everything, or whatever. That's like, FOE, MOB, all these type of stuff, whatever. But so for me, it definitely is 100% family over anything. But it's also that I am not. I wouldn't have to sacrifice my career, or I wouldn't think about sacrificing my career, because when it comes down to it, it's family over everything. So the career, anything is out the window. When it comes down to my family, when it comes down to really just being led of God for me, I feel like I need the authority to follow whatever God is saying. And if he says walk away, like, I'm not attached to anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I was doing hair for 16 years. Last year, I walked away. And in that time, I really didn't know what I was doing. I just felt called from behind. And so happily, I had that support of my family. But so I'm grateful that I put my family first anyways, because, this was a transitional year for me. And to see coming out of it what God had for me to do, I'm happy that I chose my family over the career that is no longer my career.
Yeah, and I get that, because, like, sometimes, like, you can be in a weird space where you're like, dang, do I choose my family, friends, whatever, or my career? Right. And then it's one of those things where it's like, we also don't have a lot of time left. And you want to leave a legacy, especially if you have kids. I personally don't have kids, so I don't really have anything to leave anybody. But yes. Right. So I'm in a place where I'm like, dang, like, I want to work, but sometimes I feel like, what am I doing it for? And I know it's because I don't really have kids and I don't have, like, anyone.
For yourself.
But, it's for myself, yes. But there was a certain point I was sacrificing spending time with anyone, even my family, friends, and I was working. And I'm stacking all this money, and I'm like, what am I doing it for? I can't even use it. You know what I mean? Because I don't even have time. So you have to find that balance too.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What?
You're workaholic. That's a workaholic, girl.
Yeah,
That's
I
what you
know.
was suffering from.
I was.
If you didn't know the word, you was a workaholic, and you've been.
Thank you.
No, that's so funny though. Today I was reading Matthew, chapter 6, and just going through it, and it was talking about, like, not storing up your earthly possessions, and not, like, putting everything into worrying about tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself, and that God provides for us every day. So even in that, it kind of just, like, spoke to me, even in this season, because you want to get attached to things and you want to map it all out and you want to have this foolproof, plan. But at the end of the day, what God has for you is for you, but you have to get in line. So, and this time I'm just trying to create that balance and to hold myself accountable and to put things into perspective, because none of these tangible things, jobs, cars, houses, clothes, money, nothing is worth more than the spirit and the energy that people have and the connection that God is trying to bring to us through them.
But when God calls you home, not one thing is coming with you.
Exactly. Not the legacy, not the
nothing.
house, not
Nothing
the
is
50
coming
acres
with
and the
you.
mule, none of it.
Now, I can speak on setting yourself up for your future and setting up your family for the future.
Yeah, because I want to eat lobster towers.
No, for sure. I'm not gonna, because I will always, my dad was living proof to me that yes, doing these things on earth now, that there is an afterlife. I would never forget, my dad was given to my mom after he passed. So planning ahead is not wrong.
Yes.
You're working hard, but you still have to enjoy it.
Yes.
But absolutely, you're not selfish if you are working. But you still have to enjoy it, because you don't know if you're gonna see tomorrow, unfortunately. But to have a plan and say, okay, well, if something was to happen to me, I'm working because my child has $100,000 where she's good for the next 40 years of her life, with or without me. So that's different. But are you guys fighting for the family you created, or are you fighting for the family that created you?
The one I create.
Your future family.
The one I create of my own. That's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
I've had not for nothing, but I've had my time with my actual family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're very distant. So I'm looking for the future. Y'all know I want twins.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
future
looking
twins.
I'm looking towards the future of my family and generations to come after me.
Yeah.
So
And I feel that because it does say in the Bible somewhere. I don't know. Listen, I'm still.
Girl,
still,
not somewhere.
Somebody
Like,
somewhere.
I'm working through it,
She's
girl.
still
I'm
not a
working through
credible
it.
source.
I'm working through it.
But no, it does say at some point we do have to leave our family,
Right.
you know, and like move on and like
Into your
fly away,
own.
birdie, and like,
Yeah.
you know, start your own family, you know. and
Yeah,
there's-
it says something about when a man marries a wife, he leaves his mother and cleaves to his wife.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure for a woman, I know it says man, but I also know sometimes like it also means like human, you know,
Person,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. So I know it's the same for women as well. Like, so that's what you're really kind of supposed to do, really, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to leave them in the dust.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It just means that
Everything's
you're building.
not so literal,
You're
Tally.
building. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, because you be acting like you just leaving them. Yeah.
if I have
next
to,
one.
She gonna drive by and be like, who are you?
if I have to, baby, if I have to.
But you guys, we are running out of time. Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials to keep up with the conversation. But catch us back here tomorrow here at Afro TV. Bye.